Okay, guys, welcome back to another class with Prof.kay Maths Made Fun. So today we're going to be looking at this question on indices. Let's see how we are going to solve it. All right. So first of all, before we start, let's check out some rules on indices, because before we know how to attack something, we first know about the things that we need to attack it. So we'll check out some rules on indices that would help us in solving this thing, so that it wouldn't be hard for us. So let's check out the first rule. The first rule says that when they have the same base, that is a and a, so they have the same base, that's the same number, and they are multiplied together, that we would add the powers together with one base. I hope what I'm saying you understand it. So it's showing us that because they both have the same base, we pick one base, then we add the powers. That is when they are multiplied together. We check the second rule that says when it is raised to the power of a fraction, it is usually in the root of the fraction, as you are seeing here. This one states that when one base is given, when one base is divided by another base which they are the same base with different powers, then we pick one base just like the first rule, but this time we subtract them, we do not add them like the first rule. So let's go to the question to see how we could solve it. So this is our solution now. So we are going back to the question to see how we can apply those rules that we have to solve the questions that we have there. So we are moving on to number 1 now. So let's move on there. So we have square root of 8 raised to the power of 2 multiplied by 4 raised to the power of n plus 1 all over 2 raised to the power of 2n multiplied by 16. So when we simplify that, we break it down a little, because we can't use it like that. It gives us 2 raised to the power of 3. That's 2 raised to the power of 3 will give us 8. Then it will now give us 2 raised to the power of 2 for 4. I hope you are seeing what we are doing there. So it will now give us 2 raised to the power of 4 for 16. As you can see, we are just trying to simplify it so that it will be easier for us to solve it like that. So we will now have 2 raised to the power of 4 for 16. So when we simplify it, we see that it will give us 2 raised to the power of 6. 3 and 2 will multiply themselves. That's another rule of indices. I forgot to add that one, pardon me. So then we also have it here, 2 raised to the power of 2n multiplied by 2 raised to the power of 4. So now we want to solve it, simplify. So remember the rule that says when you have the same base, that is the number that has the power, they are the same. We can see 2 raised to the power of 6 and 2 raised to the power of 2n plus 2, so they have the same base. Then we use this rule that we say that we pick a base, that is we pick 2, then we add their powers together. So it will give us 6 plus 2n plus 2. So that will give us 2 raised to the power 2n plus 4. 2 raised to the power of 2n plus 4. So that will give us what we, so we will now simplify it now. This will give us 2 raised to the power of 8 plus 2n all over 2 raised to the power of 2n plus 4, as we can see. So we should also remember the second rule. We said that when they have the same base and they are dividing each other, that is they have the same number but different powers, then it could also be the same powers, but since they are the same number and they are dividing each other, just like 2 is dividing 2 here, we would have it as we pick a base, then we pick the numerator power minus the denominator power. Now let's do that. That will give us 2 raised to the power 8 plus 2n then we negate. Okay, before that, let's see divided by 2 raised to the power of 2n plus 4, so that it could be easier for us to understand. Then that will be giving us square root of 2 raised to the power of 8 plus 2n. Then we negate the other powers from it. That will be minus 2n plus 4, as we can see in this place. Then the minus will affect the ones in the bracket, so we still also have to simplify that. That will give us 2 raised to the power of 8 plus 2n minus 2n. I hope you see what I'm saying, minus 4, because he has to work for the bracket, so we have to multiply it together. So this would now give us 2 square root of 2 raised to the power of 8. We have square root of 2 raised to the power of 8. 2 minus 4, then 2n minus 2n. We can see that there's no way there's going to be an n existing anymore, so n would have to go. It will give us 2 raised to the power of 4. That's 8 minus 4. That will give us 4. 2n has cancelled 2n. So we also recall that law of indices, as we showed the first time, that when it is raised to the power of a fraction like this, it is normally giving us a square. So square root, sorry. So we have it as square root of 2 raised to the power of 4. Yeah, so it will give us 2 raised to the power of 4. Then this time raised to the power of 1 over 2 as a fraction, because it is a square root. If it was a cube root, it would be 2 raised to the power of 1 over 3. So I hope you understand that. Then 4 has multiplied 1 over 2. That was how we got what we got there. So that is giving us 2 raised to the power of 2. And 2 raised to the power of 2 is 2 multiplied by 2. Primary school fraction, then primary school work. So we have that as 4, and that will give us our option C, which is our correct answer. Thank you very much, and follow for more.